Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a What Would Marley Do? Today, we have a question from Charm. I'm working on shifting my money mindset and reprogramming my subconscious to feel safe and supported, but it's really hard to stay positive and trust the process when my current reality, like an empty bank account, triggers fear and panic. How can I hold on to a mindset of abundance when scarcity feels so real right now? Okay, I'm sending you so much love, so much abundance, and everything is going to be more than okay. I know exactly how you feel, and this is what I do. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but I'm just absolutely delusional about this, okay? When I had so much debt and literally no money coming in, I was like, right, if I know anything about the law of attraction, if I keep focusing and keep putting my attention on the lack of, I'm going to get more of that. So I took a pause and I did not check my bank accounts consistently. Like maybe I would check them like once a month to make sure that everything was okay. Everything was running smoothly. But besides that, all I focused on was what I did desire. So every single morning in my gratitude practice and in my journaling practice, I would write down, how am I attracting $10,000 this month? How am I attracting so much money this month? And I would just focus on what I did desire. Despite what my current reality said, I just focused and acted as if and embodied the version who had, let's say, $10,000 in her bank account. And no, this didn't mean I'd spend a lot of money because I acted like I had $10,000 in my bank account. I just embodied the feeling of what it would feel like delusionally if I had I'm making up a made up number, but let's just say $10,000 in my bank account. What would it feel like to be in overflow? How would my nervous system feel? How would my body feel? How would I make decisions? What decisions would I make? And I just embodied the identity of it, and I focused on it. I would put it on the background of my phone. I would literally take screenshots of my bank account, and then I would edit the number that was there, and I would just not focus on what the current reality said, and instead, I would focus on what I did desire. And if you know anything about the law of attraction, law of assumption, uh, law of any law, what you focus on, you get. And so I have been there. I have been there so many times, and it was instead of allowing that feeling to take over and drive, I would then focus my attention on what I did desire, and I would move the energy. So if I was feeling anxious or something, I would dance around my room. I would literally just, like, dance it out, go for a run, move the energy outside of me, like, move the fear, move the panic, and come back to love, and just be like, "Oh my gosh, how I know I'm gonna be a millionaire. Like, I know that I'm going to have this much money in my bank account. This means nothing." Like, me looking at this right now means absolutely nothing, and I'm not giving this any attention. I'm not giving this 1 second of my attention, and I'm gonna focus on what I do desire. And how can I take action that is in congruent with this new identity? What does she do? How does she show up in business? What action does she take? What is the identity of the version of me who has this thing that I desire? And let's say you want $10,000 in your bank account, what does that feel like? What are the actions that she takes? How does she show up in her business? How does she show up in her life? How does she treat money? What does she do? And really just embody that identity. And this was like trending for so long, but I'm like, I've been doing this since like 2008. It's just like being delusional and not giving this current reality an ounce of attention, and understanding that your current reality is a reflection of your thoughts and beliefs. And so we want to change the reality. We have to change our thoughts and beliefs, aka our identity, to then mirror this identity that we do desire. Okay, so we're just flipping the script and we're reverse engineering. Okay, this is a current reality that we don't desire. There's a new reality that we do desire. So, how do we reverse engineer that reality? Firstly, we don't focus on the current reality, we put all of our energy and focus on the new reality. And how do they show up? What is their identity? What are their thoughts? What are their beliefs? What are their actions? And using subconscious reprogramming your mind to become that identity, to have those beliefs, to have those thoughts, to create those actions. And that's what I would do. That's how I would shift from a scarcity to true abundance, to knowing and feeling and being so safe and so supported. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I love you guys so much. If you need help reprogramming your mindset, you know all the tools are in the Higher Self app. Okay, love you.